Hey you guys, Stockton here from Better Than Data, and in this video I'm going to show you the easiest way to read URL parameters and store those values in a cookie so that the value persists across sessions, across pages, all of those good things. And the reason you would want to do that is to be able to track, for example, the very first source that brought someone to your website. So what we're going to be doing is taking a look at kind of this page. So if you click on this link below and you go to betterthandata/YouTube, you'll come to this screen here where there is a conversion rate cheat sheet. So we actually have a lot of people always asking us like, what's good, what's not. So we put together a little cheat sheet that has some numbers that you can actually compare and say, okay, if I have a hot traffic to my lead magnet thing, then what should my expected conversion rate be? We put some ranges there of, some good conversion rates, so you can kind of benchmark your dealio. So you can come and get to that here and download that. But also, if you notice up in the top bar here, when you click on that link, we tag the traffic with UTM parameters. So it might be a little hard to see. Let's see if we can make this bigger at all. We've got UTM source equals YouTube, medium equals share, campaign equals cheat sheet, and content equals video description and in video CTA. So what we want to do is be able to detect those URL parameters and store them in a cookie. Then what we can do is pass those cookie value events with our analytics tags so that we know that the person that did XYZ events is associated to the first source of YouTube, as an example. So what we're going to do is use a tag template for that, and you can find the link to the tag template in the description below. You will be taken to a Google Drive kind of file like this. So the file will look like this, and you have to download it. So we're going to download the tag template. It's called Cookie Hoarder, aptly named. And then what we're going to do is come into Google Tag Manager, and we're going to go under Templates, then Tag Templates, and hit New. So if you've never done this before, bear with us. It's not too crazy. So then all you have to do is go Import. Choose the Cookie Hoarder tag template there, the TPL file. You should have this nice picture of it. I think this is just a cake. This isn't even like a real picture. But anyway, then all we have to do is hit save. We'll hit exit here. All right, and now let's go look at some of the settings and create this tag. So we're gonna go tags, new tag, and we're gonna create a new tag based off of this template that we just created. So we're gonna go tag configuration. And then under custom, we can find our custom tag template right there. So we got the Cookie Hoarder template, and it tells us some information right here. So hoard URL parameters in cookies. So this will hoard the following URL parameters in cookies for later. So we've got a comma separated list here. So we've got UTM source, medium, campaign, content term, ID, GCL ID. Those are all like the standard built-in ones that you can customize, you can remove from this list, you can add to this list. So for example, if I wanted to add to it, we can type in, for example, the Facebook click ID, FBCLID. Now this right here, this custom cookie prefix is like, instead of the cookie just being named UTM underscore source, the cookie would be named underscore CH underscore UTM's underscore source. Lots of underscore. So you can customize this to be whatever you want, just so there's no conflicts, just in case if there's other tools setting a UTM source cookie, for example. And then you can choose the expiration time in months. Okay, so what we want to do is set a trigger for this. So we're going to choose all pages. So we're just going to choose all pages here, and then let's give it a name. In fact, instead of manually naming it, I'm just going to hit save and let it, GTM, name it for me. So we'll do that. Now we can see our new Cookie Hoarder tag right here. So we are good to go, and let's test this. So let's go preview. And let's actually test this exact URL. So if you just clicked on the link, you went to this page, you have these UTMs, this is what we want. So we're gonna do that, hit connect. Okay, so we're on the page. We see all of the UTMs in the URL here. And if we go and look in Tag Assistant, then on the page view event, so here's container loaded or page view, we should have our cookie hoarder tag that fired because it fires on all page views. It's telling us all of the parameters that are in the approved list. So if it's in the approved list or it's one of these parameters that is in the list, it will store those in a cookie. So how do we see that? What we can do is come to the website and go right click, inspect. Then under application, we can go to the cookies tab here and find the website that we're on. And then because we have the custom cookie prefix of _ch_, we can filter by that in the cookie list here. So we can go _ch_, and it will now have a list of all the cookies values that it has already detected. So we've got campaign of Cheatsheet, which matches up here, campaign of Cheatsheet. We've got medium of 123. Now this one says medium equals share. So why is that saying 123 instead of share? And I want to explain that in 1 second. Then we've got content is video description and in video CTA, which matches, and then source equals Stockton. Now the source here equals YouTube. So again, how come the source and medium are different? And it's because those cookies already existed before I now came to the website. So there's a feature, if you go and look in the tag, there's this feature here that says do not override cookie values if the value already existed. So these cookie values for campaign and, for medium and source, already existed, and therefore it was not going to overwrite them. So the first value is what's going to stick. Now, for example, medium is 123, source is Stockton. If we were to uncheck this, hit save, and re-preview, then if we have those same UTMs, the medium and campaign will now be overwritten, or the source. The medium and the source will now be overwritten to be a different value. So now medium is share and source is YouTube. And that changed because we unchecked that source, meaning overwrite the values if they exist. So that is an option there. Now to kind of help debug this, what you can do is come under the console, and what it will do is only in debug mode, only in debug and preview, will it show you a list, will it show some different information here. So it's going to list out the approved parameters. So you're going to have all of that same list that you have inside of Google Tag Manager. Then it's going to list out each one of the parameters one by one and let you know if it was approved or not and what the value is going to be set for that cookie. So it's telling us that we have a key of UTM source, which we do. So UTM source, and the value is YouTube. So the value is YouTube. And was this approved or not? It was. So this key of UTM source is in the approved list. So same with this medium. We've got this campaign here, this content, and then we have this one here, which is a different one. So key of GTM debug with the value of this is denied. So that key of GTM debug is not in the approved list, and therefore a custom cookie will not be set for that parameter. Okay, so that's great. So now we've seen how easy it is. We can set it to not override cookies, to override cookies. If you turn this on and you say don't override cookies, then you're really going to be capturing just the very first source for that parameter. So I would say kind of leave it on. I think that's a bit more useful. Now, how do we use this? What we can do now is come under variables, and we want to create first party cookie variables. So we can go to new, we can type in 1PC for first party cookie, and then we can type in the name of the actual cookie. So let's say we want to grab the value of source, so _ch UTM source. So we can come here, I'll just paste that in there, and then we'll go to the variable types and we'll choose first party cookie. So 1PC first party cookie, and that is the cookie name. So we can go ahead and hit save. I already have that one. So let's do another one. So let's do medium. Okay, so now we have our first party cookie variables that are going to read the source and medium. So what we can do with that is come under tags. We can find our GA4 config. tag right here. And we can add in either event properties or user properties to capture all those. I'm going to add them as event properties. And what I'm going to say is call this original source. And I'm going to reference the first party cookie for the UTM source. Then what we can do is also have original medium, first party cookie for the original medium. We'll go ahead and hit save. Now we can't pass custom parameters like that and just make it, and it's immediately useful inside of GA4. There is an additional step. So inside of Google Analytics 4, what we need to do is come under our custom definitions, create a custom definition here. So we're going to create that. Let's call it original source. It's event-based, and the parameter is original source, just like that. And this matches what we put in the config right here, original source. So we do that, we hit save. Now we're going to do the next one for original medium. And very similar, we're going to do original medium like that. Hopefully I spelled everything right. And now we can see, if we expand this out, where's our original new, here it is, original medium and new original source custom dimensions. So we do that, now we'll track these and make them available as event parameters inside of GA4. So let's kind of wrap this up and see the full thing in motion. So let's re-preview this. Hit continue. So we're on the page. We've got our variables here. So YouTube, share, cheat sheet, video description. We can see all the details here. Still, GTM debug is denied. And if we look under the actual debug view inside of GA4, we can now see some parameters. So if I click on any of the events here in debug, and then we can see original medium now has share, and original source now has YouTube. So that is. Now with this, we can use these dimensions when we're building reports to be able to filter by and say, okay, this was the session source and medium, but what was the very first source and medium that caused them to do this event? So that is now going to be available inside of GA4 for us. There you have it. If you like this, let us know. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.